A big hello to everybody watching. As promised for today, we are going to be making TTRPG tiles. Today we are doing the part 1, which is just making the basis of our tiles, different sizes, uh, probably with walls, corner walls, everything you want. And then in the later parts, we're going to be adding texture to them. So make wood boards, probably also make stone cobbles, everything you can think of. But yeah, let's start. So we have our default cube and we are going to use this one. First up, because we're going to be printing it at a certain size, let's already make it at that size. We're going to press N, where we have this menu coming up. And now we're going to change how big they are. So you see here everything is in meters. I'm going to be trying to translate everything to inches too. So z-axis is how high it's going to be. And we're going to make them 7 millimeters high, which is about a quarter of an inch. And then we're going to make our first squares 2 squares on 2, so I'm going to make them 6 centimeters on 6 centimeters, which is roughly about 2 inches on 2 inches. Let's zoom in, and there we go. Now the rest of all of this we're going to be making in edit mode. So to go into edit mode, we're going to press tab. And there we go, we have edit mode. We have our nodes here, vertices. And we're going to go on top view. So press the Z. We're at top view. And let's divide this one. So I'm going to press Ctrl R until I have a yellow line, and I'm going to press that one again and again, and there you go, we have a line nicely in the middle, and we're going to do the same. Up, there you go, so it's divided now. Maybe to make it better to view. Alright, so about now we want to divide this one in height too, because if we press tab, you'll see the lines will not be visible. It's not a texture, no division there, just digital. So in edit mode, we're going to make sure that we can divide them into squares. And we're going to do that by pressing Ctrl R again, and then press 2, and we have 2 lines that way. Alright, we're going to select them, and then just go to the scaling mode to widen them up a bit. There you go. I'm thinking about lines that should be about 1 millimeter from each other, and we're going to be doing the same at the other side. Press 2, then use the scaling. There you go, and then we're going to do the same in horizontal way. Ctrl R, yellow line is visible, I'm pressing 2, placing them, and then I'm going to scale them horizontally. And again, we're going to do the same on the bottom. Hopla. Very good. Now we deselect everything, and now we have a sort of a grid. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select all the exterior nodes on our top face. There you go. And the center line too. To select them all at once, you just press Shift while selecting. And now we're going back to side view. Any side view is okay. And we're going to press on the move option and just press everything down. I think about, yeah, maybe 2 millimeters. It's a little less than 1/10 of an inch. Ooh, Control Z to undo because I forgot to select the center line here too. There you go. And we're going down. Perfect. So now we do have tiles that are 2.8 centimeters big. Nice. Going into object mode. Looking good. We're going back to top view. So we have this cube. We're going to rename this. Right click, rename active object. Plain tile. And we could maybe even call it plain tile 2 on 2. There you go. So now, to give us a little more options, we're going to be duplicating these. Duplicate object. Just place it in the same place. Do it a few times because we're going to be using quite a few of them this session. And now the original one I'm going to hide, and the first duplicate too. So we have 2 tiles. Let me move them for you so you can see. There you go. So 2 tiles. We're going to make them back or get them back. To join 2 tiles together, pretty simple. So right now, if we look at location, it's all on 0, 0, 0. That means that the center line here is nice at the center of our screen. So if we want to move it, we just take half our measurements, which was for the Americans about an inch. And then for us Europeans, it's going to be 3 centimeters. So if we want larger tiles, on the x-axis, we're going to make one of our duplicates on the x-axis and insert 3 centimeters. And you can see it moved up. The other one, we're going to do the same, but instead of putting in 3 centimeters, we're going to be putting in minus 3 centimeters. There you go. And now we have 2 objects that are closely together, or actually together. If we go back to edit mode, you're going to see that the exterior dots here join together. Now, in object mode, we're going to be selecting both objects, and then press Ctrl J. And what we have now is one tile that's about 2 tiles on 4. It's not about 2 tiles on 4, it is 2 tiles on 4. You can see that our center line or our center of our object is displaced. To put it back in the middle, we're going to click right, set origin, Ctrl Z, click right, set origin, origin to geometry. And there you go, it's back nicely in the center. Now, say that you want even bigger tiles. Let's first rename this one, right click, rename active object. It's not 2 on 2 tiles anymore, it's 2 on 4, plain tile 2 on 4. There you go. And we're going to be duplicating this to make an even bigger tile. So right click, duplicate objects. There you go. We have 2. And we're going to zoom out in order to see what we're doing. So now we want tiles, 4 tiles on 4 tiles. Instead of moving them on the x-axis, we're going to be moving them on the y-axis. So again, it's 6 centimeters. So what we're going to do is put 3 centimeters, half of our value in here, and it's moving up. And then with the second one, we're doing the same, but instead of 3 centimeters on the y-axis, we're putting -3. -3 centimeters, not meters. There you go. So they're back nicely together, but not joined. 2 different objects. So what we're going to do here again is make sure we select both of them by pressing Shift when we do. Make sure one piece of the tiles is light orange, bright orange, and then we're going to press Ctrl J. Hoppa. And now, zooming out, you can definitely see we have tiles. Let's rename this one again. Rename object. Since it is a plain tile of 4 on 4 tiles. Nice. So that's our first part, which was pretty easy actually. Let's go back to our small tile. Makes it all the easier to practice. Say you want to add walls. This one's pretty easy. So to add walls to your tiles, we're going to go back, select the object, going back to edit mode. Then we're going to select these vertices. Go in side view, press E to extrude. And then you're making it as wide as you want. Let's make it 1/3 of an inch or 1 centimeter, which is a little more, but deselect everything. And now go back to top view and just select all of these vertices on top. Go back to side view and again press E to extrude, and this time we're going up. You can make your walls as high as you want. So if you're really building a modular building or a big building, then you'll want to have these walls a bit larger. But if you just are doing one floor, this should be enough, and this should make everything visible. So if you're putting in miniatures here, let me use another selection here. People that look sideways over the wall will still be able to see the miniatures visible. And of course, corner walls are not different. We're just going to select all of these. Side view, E to extrude. That's it. And then we're going back to top view. To make the actual wall, we select everything on top view. Deselect this one, there you go. And we're pressing E. And again, just go up, same height, like your other walls. So what you're having here, which can be a bit problematic for people, I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is just press or select all of the outside vertices, press F, and there we have a nice corner to close it all up. And we're going to be doing the same at the top. These three, select these three, press F to close it nicely off, and we're going to do the same downwards, up, before we press F, let's look if we didn't select any weird vertices. There you go. And again, press F. And that's it. So that went a lot faster than I had in mind. I was about to take half an hour to do this. We only did it in 15 minutes, which is surprising.